Fight Live returns to Channel 5 this Friday. Two of Britain's most exciting super lightweights collide at London's legendary York Hall. Don't miss Eubank vs Farrell this Friday on Channel 5.
I'm going to share something with you that might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.
Razaban IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're here at Alexandra Palace. Ali Pali, as they call it. Mr. Jamieson, how are we doing?
Yeah, very well, mate. Very well. What a place, what a venue for the boxing. Can't wait to get in here and get going.
How was the journey down?
There's no bother. We jumped on the train from Central in Glasgow. The train's the way to get to London. Not like you're 5 hours. So that for all the time you'd be running about airports, you're just sitting relaxing on the train, so it was no bother.
You weren't actually supposed to be fighting on Sunday. We know obviously the sad news about Dion Juma and his eye. Not only has he pulled out the fight, but he's retired from the sport of boxing. So what were you doing when that phone call came?
The phone call didn't actually come, believe it or not. I was the one making the phone call. I was going into the solicitors with my wife to sign the missives for my new house on the Friday, and I spied it. You heard it up there. I spied it on Mikael Lawal's story. I get in touch with my manager and said, look, listen, let's capitalise on this. I came out from the solicitors, and there it was. Sky Sports loved it. They were putting it to the British Boxing Board of Control for the sanction for the title, and here we are.
I'm guessing you were more or less on weight.
Yes, yeah, no, living a totally different life nowadays. You say that all the time to these young fighters. You need to keep your toe in the water, still be doing the road work, be in the gym, maybe not the mad hard rounds of sparring, but live the life. It's that old cliche, it sounds mega cheesy, but look, we can come off the back of it, and you're ready to capitalise on these opportunities. So,
Mikael isn't a stranger. He's someone you have shared the ring with before. Boxer series a number of years ago. Talk to me about that fight. What do you remember about that fight, and obviously that loss?
Yeah, no, addressing that, the loss, that was the thing. Yes, an L on the record, but when I come up the road, it was nothing like taking a loss. My stock rose massively. Obviously, I came in at last minute notice, so there was no real negatives coming off it. It was a good learning experience. I think what it told me was it was the first time on like big television, BT Sport. It was like big TV boxing, and I could cut it. It wasn't above me. It wasn't like every fighter gets that. The nerves. I learned I could cut it. I was built for this sort of stuff.
You get the call. You're fighting him on Sunday. It is a different fight, isn't it? It's not going to be a short three round fight. This is a full-on proper fight. Is this fight going to be completely different in your mind and in the ring?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like you say, a proper fight. 12 rounds for the Lonsdale belt doesn't get more proper than that. But yes, it will be a totally different. It'll be a Jamieson win, first and foremost. But yeah, I think everybody that knows their boxing, the tactics and things like that have got to be totally different for a 12 round. That's 12 round professional boxing. The previous one was like the amateur formats, 3-minute rounds. Totally different tactics.
To be honest, when I spoke to Mikael last week at the media workout, he was very respectful, and he said the same thing to me, which was, this is a different fight. This isn't a tournament fight. This isn't, you got to go in there and get rid of your opponent. This is going to be a structured performance from himself, but he feels very confident that the result will be exactly the same.
No, of course. I mean, fair play to Mikael. He's obviously got to bank on himself there, and fair play. And he's a big gentleman. He's a big respectful guy. But yeah, I just it is what it is. I think he's a one-trick pony. I think he's a big right hand. And see, once that doesn't work, what have you got for me? That's it.
Where does the win take you on Sunday?
2023 is going to be massive for David Jamieson. I win a Lonsdale belt to go on my mantelpiece. And full-time boxing. I'm a workshop manager, I work construction, I work a 45-50 hour week. 2023 is looking a lot different. Full-time boxing, dare I say it.
Going to bring an army down on Sunday?
Yeah, well...
Are they ready here?
Not a massive army, but believe me, you'll certainly hear that small group of people in that crowd. They'll be vocal enough.
Absolutely. David, wish you all the best on Sunday. Tomorrow, Saturday, weigh-in. Very unusual, and it's different for me to even say that. Weigh-in on a Saturday. And then, Super Sunday, nice and early.
Brilliant. Yep, can't wait to see you there.
David Jamieson, IFL TV, thank you very much.
Fight Live returns to Channel 5 this Friday. Two of Britain's most exciting super lightweights collide at London's legendary York Hall. Don't miss Eubank versus Farrell this Friday on Channel 5.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something. Completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.